Starting, and we're live.
Hello.
Hello. We're in the car.
Indeed.
Where are we headed?
About 30 minutes away to Podcasting It Yourself 2017.
Yes, run by Terry. T. Morris and Chuck Tomasi.
Tomasi, yep.
Tomasi. Yes. So Matthew J. Drake was invited to help out, so he is their official photographer.
Yeah.
And I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy a day pass. I didn't buy it in advance, so I'm going to be paying the full price. But you know, anybody who happens to be in the Phoenix area that has a couple of hours this evening and has never been interested in podcasting, hey, tickets at the door.
They're still available. So the whole point of the thing is that it is kind of the launch event for Podcasting for Dummies, which is something that T wrote originally, I think 10 years ago was the last edition. So they got contacted to do an updated version, and it is now available in stores everywhere, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, whatever.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Okay. It's actually out already.
I thought it was releasing soon. I wasn't sure.
No, yeah, according to their most recent podcast anyway, which, hey, look at that. He has his own podcast. Weird how that would work. The Shared Desk with the lovely Pip Valentine.
Yes, we love the Shared Desk. Actually, both of us have guested on the Shared Desk, and it's just a super lot of fun for a lot of different reasons. So check that out. The two of us technically have a podcast. However, it may have been on hiatus various times.
Hiatus, yeah.
Okay, so I say things weird. I get this.
It amuses me always.
Ha! Okay. And I'm also on the Writing Excuses podcast as a guest speaker with Brandon Sanderson, Dan Wells, Howard Taylor, and Mary Robinette Cole. So I am a 2017 guest host. So you'll hear me, I think, every fourth weekend.
Yeah, once a month, yeah.
A month. I also have my own podcast, EME Piper, which is behind by a little bit. I've missed a couple of months of episodes.
There will be a new episode, though, this month, so you have only technically missed 1 month.
2 months. I think I missed August.
Every minute, everywhere with Piper J. Drake, because she's always doing something.
This
right
is true.
Now, we're headed here. You know what she's going to do while she's there? She's going to take notes, and she's going to edit a graphic. And what is that graphic for?
Just one graphic? Multiple graphics. Because we're launching a new podcast. Yes, and this is a podcast with myself, or featuring myself and Gail Carragher, called 20 Minute Delay, because travel never goes as you want, and this is a podcast from two women who travel a lot.
Yes, they seriously both do. I mean, you've seen Piper's travel hijinks and everything. Wow, I was really white there for a moment. So you see how often she travels. Gail travels almost as much, sometimes more. She literally just got back from Europe doing a thing. I don't even know what she was up to. But
she was doing a book signing in Copenhagen.
That's so cool.
She got to see The Little Mermaid.
I did too.
Shush. That's a tale for a different story. Listen to 20 Minute Delay to hear about my adventure with The Little Mermaid in Copenhagen, because I've never seen her, even though I've been there twice.
First episode drops on Monday. And the reason I'm involved is that I'm kind of being
the episode or the teaser?
No, the first episode drops on Monday. Tomorrow there will be a teaser trailer type thing, just so people have an idea of what to expect.
This could be zany. It could be fun. My arm is getting super tired, so if the video is wiggly, it's totally my fault. He's the better camera person. Oh God, I'm switching arms.
Oh goodness.
All right. So what else? What else can we say about what we plan to do today? You're practicing your photography skills.
Yes.
Again, he's the better cameraman.
I prefer videography, but yeah, camera is a lot of fun. It's technically hers, and by technically I mean it is hers.
I have a Nikon D3200, and I got it a while ago.
All sorts of toys attached.
Not a lot of toys. Okay, I have one or two lenses. Okay, one or two lenses, for various reasons. Either way. What I recommended for him today when it came to shooting this particular event is that having a hot shoe, or like one of the big flashes sitting on top, is very unwieldy, it's very heavy, and it actually throws enough light to be super disturbing and sometimes shocks panelists into being quiet. That won't happen to T. Morris, but it could happen to others.
This is very true. I think Chuck is just as verbose, though. You know, that's what happens when you podcast for, what, like 15 years now or something? It's been a while for both of them.
Well, there's a difference between podcast and having light shining in your face. T is an actor. He has had a lot of stage work, so he's used to having light shining in his eyes. I don't know about Chuck. So, I recommended instead that Matthew rely on the onboard flash with an onboard diffuser to help make that flash not so garish, shall we say. But that's camera fun.
Indeed. Oh, we should mention that there will be an accompanying free podcast that you can get regardless of if you get Podcasting for Dummies, which I really do honestly recommend, even though, like, I've been doing it for a while and know a bit about it. Like, I've still learned stuff from glancing through it. But they will have an accompanying podcast that's bi-weekly for the next year, just discussing everything you might want to know about producing your own podcast.
And I think that that's really cool. Now, for those of you who might be authors or might be readers who like to follow authors, I like podcasts. I have fun with podcasts. A lot of people in my news feed, whether they're authors or they're readers or they're friends who are just kind of like related in some way, you know, we listen to a lot of podcasts. So sometimes it's fun, even if you're not interested in starting your own podcast, to listen to behind the scenes stuff of what goes into it. Because what seems like an easy production and an easy recording actually has a lot of work that's gone into it, especially if you're as nitty gritty about the sound quality as somebody over here.
What are you talking about?
Lots and lots of things there. Ask him sometimes. Hi, Gail.
Oh, hey, Gail.
she said, hi, cuties. He's cute, isn't he? He's so cute.
You're cute.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Amber. How are you? So glad you both joined us. So we are on our way, I mentioned earlier, but just for those who are joining us, to Podcast It Yourself in Phoenix, Arizona. It's due to start at 4 p.m. We're going there early to surprise T. And I don't know if T's watching or not, but today is T. Morris's birthday. So I stopped off at a bakery. Unfortunately, I was not able to find a Duck Donuts or a similar donut store that was open. So I stopped off at a bakery and got him the cutest little mini cake. Or two.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I may have gotten a little carried away in the bakery.
She called me and was like, should I get 4? No.
So we do have a birthday cake for T.
So yeah, and Gail's in chat, so if anybody wants to ask her about 20-minute delay coming Monday, October 29th.
And you'll be able to look up information about 20-minute delay. There is a Facebook page and a Facebook group.
Monday the 30th, I meant.
Yeah, it is the 30th on Monday. So there's a Facebook page, a Facebook group, and 20-min delay?
20-min delay, yeah.
.com. There's also a Twitter and Instagram if you want to check us out there.
Yep.
Yes! Squee! All the squee! So we're not sure, because I don't want to take away from the actual activities of Podcast It Yourself, whether or not we're going to Facebook Live from Podcast It Yourself. I'm going to talk to T and Chuck and see if they want to before or after, but I don't want to disrupt the proceedings during. However, we thought it'd be fun to check in and let you know what we're up to and where we're headed.
Yeah, also they're going to be running it in hour increments. So they got like 3 or 4 different tracks. If you want to come out and you can't make it like at the 4 p.m. start time, literally you can show up at 7 and still get an hour lecture, I guess you'd call it. That sounds bad. A workshop. There we go.
Oh, and Gail has a question for us. What are you expecting at Podcast It Yourself?
What am I expecting?
Yes.
To hear a lot of stories about how podcasting has developed. And I'm one of those people that I think history is important. So learning about where things have come from informs where they are going to go in the future. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. And then, of course, all sorts of tech gadgets, because they got to review a bunch of microphones that just, happened to get sent to them for free because they might have been producing this book and companies wanted to get mentioned.
Personally, I am very much an easygoing podcaster. It is my preference to just record and send to someone else to handle the details of cleaning up the sound and producing my podcast episode. Is that horrible? But yes, that's something that you can do. So most of the time, I record, like Gail and I both record together, and it's super easy peasy, and we'll probably get together in a Facebook Live or something to talk to you about our process, but the actual equipment is incredibly inexpensive and also incredibly simple. We literally use our iPads and a tiny little itty-bitty microphone like this big.
Right. I mean, that microphone when it first came out was $150. You can get it for $80 now, though, I think it is.
I think it's even less expensive than that.
Yeah, maybe. It's a really cool piece of tech.
Yeah. So I'll be interested and potentially ask some questions in Podcast Yourself as to the varying ranges and solutions for travelers, because a lot of what I do when I podcast Every Minute Everywhere with Piper J. Drake is podcast from the closet of my hotel.
And then she brings the blankie in there both to snuggle it and as a sound baffler.
Now, I've only gotten locked into a closet once, but again, that's a different time for a podcast or a Q&A. I can say, Gail is also asking, is it big? Is it lots of people? She knows nothing about it. I will put a link in the comments to Podcast It Yourself for anybody who might want to last minute come for the day. From what I understand, it's a fairly small workshop, Gail. It's very, very intimate, which I think is great because it'll give plenty of time to meet T and Chuck and a couple of other really good pros that are going to be there,
yeah.
And also ask some personalized questions and get some one-on-one time maybe even.
Yes. Everything you said.
All the things?
Yeah.
You can't trump me?
I could.
Okay. Bring it.
I can't remember their names. I was trying to remember the names of the other pros that'll be there. But there is kind of this whole podcasting scene that's here in Phoenix. There's a good deal of voiceover work.
We didn't know about.
Well, yeah, it's kind of funny. We lived here before, now we're back here, and now we're leaving again soon. And it's like, hey, there's all these people that know what they're doing that are like 20 minutes away from us.
But we didn't know. In any case, yes, as Matthew J. Drake mentioned, we are potentially moving soon. We don't know where. Don't even worry about it.
I said nothing.
That'll be a different Facebook Live.
All right.
Are we good?
I guess. We're like 10 minutes away.
Okay, so we're going to sign off at this stage, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, Podcast It Yourself 2017 in Phoenix, Arizona is where we're headed. I'll put a link to it down in the comments.
And the most important thing, pick up a copy of Podcasting for Dummies. This is to support that book release. So the name of the thing is fine, you can remember that, but Podcasting for Dummies.
Also, 20-minute delay. Check it out. Podcast is starting. Teaser goes tomorrow, and first episode goes Monday.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, such a steady video.